Welcome, welcome. We want to welcome everybody. We are so excited to begin our diversity and inclusion education forum or discussion forum, if you would. We are excited to start this with a brief introduction today about what this looks like for us as a company, what diversity and inclusion is. Again, the idea of this introduction is to discuss how we are going to bring continuous awareness of diversity and inclusion throughout our portfolio. We want to encourage team discussions, brainstorming of how we can become more diverse and culturally inclusive, both on a company level and on a site level. So we are excited to get this started today. How are we going to do so? Why is this so important? We want to be able to create some action into these brainstorming ideas and these discussion topics of diversity and inclusion. First and foremost, in order to create that action, we need to bring awareness to it. We need to appreciate all of the diversity that we have portfolio wide on our sites, on our teams, with our residents, acceptance of it, and be able to have some open discussion. The goal behind this is to be able to create the best workplace possible. So all that we are going to discuss moving forward in these discussion forums is different hot topics about diversity and inclusion, everything that's involved with that. We want to have these discussions on a quarterly basis. So keep an eye out for that information as we continue to build on this discussion forum and this education throughout the next few months. So to begin, what is diversity? That's such a broad term. How do we explain that? So part of that definition is a composition of a group of people from any number of demographic backgrounds, identities, collective strength of their experiences, beliefs, values, skills, and perspectives. So again, as a whole, diversity is who you are as a person on several different levels and many different layers. And so we want to explore that as a individuals and of course as teams for our company. What is inclusion? How do we become more inclusive? So the true direct definition of inclusion is the act of establishing philosophies, practices, procedures to ensure that individuals have a level playing field to compete and equal access to opportunities, information, and resources. So, in a nutshell, what does that mean? We want to be able to allow everybody across the board, regardless of backgrounds, to have the same information, the same resources, and the same opportunities throughout our company. What does that look like? So when we think about diversity and inclusion, there are many, many layers to that. And as you can see here, it starts with yourself and then obviously expands out. Really where we want to start our focus is absolutely each one of us should examine and review our own diversities and how we contribute that to our workforce and our teams. And so, as a company, we want to build on that diversity, build on that inclusion from an organizational dimension. How are we going to provide and implement some more of these policies and procedures to open up opportunities and have that same opportunity for everybody? The goal behind this, as we've stated several times throughout this discussion so far, is to be an inclusive workplace. We want to hold value in each individual, those values of their differences, how we bring that into the team and into the workforce. We want to become a company that enables and embraces all of those backgrounds in order for us to be that innovative company, in order to build creativity, to provide more contribution to the society as a whole. So where do we start? How do we implement these things? The key to it all is listening. So that's exactly what we're going to do as a company with this discussion forum. We want to be able to hear your feedback, listen to your feedback, your ideas, and how we can make this goal a reality of becoming that inclusive workplace. And it's going to be a continuous discussion so that we can continuously listen to those new ideas and new innovative ways to implement this goal. When do we start? How do we start? The answer is today. We want to begin that process today. Again, this is an introduction as to what we're going to be continuously growing upon. Take some time, ask yourself what aspects of your life influence those layers of diversity in our workforce, on site, in our teams, with our residents, so on and so forth. Um, Officially, we will begin discussions as of September and have a diversity and inclusion discussion once a quarter. We will set that schedule out moving forward, so keep an eye on it. For today, we ask you take some time, talk about it with your teams. Click on the link below, click on the blue button below from this video. Give us some feedback on how we can start those small processes today, on how we can become on our day to day include tasks or signage or anything of that nature, some ideas of brainstorming of how we can start to implement small occurrences that are going to highlight becoming more diverse and culturally inclusive. We look forward to hearing your feedback and are excited to start this journey. Have a great day.